afternoon, everybody. I make it 5 o'clock here at St Mark's Church, Kennington YouTube channel. Welcome back again. This is the fourth episode of At Home with the Vicar. Welcome to my home and welcome to St Mark's Vicarage. Obviously, you can't come in person, but you are here with me. Feel free to sign in. Caroline has signed in. Hello from the Levitts. Leandra Zangonga, Ruth Hodgson. Great to have you all with us. Use the chat. It's on the right-hand side of the screen. Maybe it's that side when you're looking at me. And you've got a chance to say hello to each other. A small attempt to keep this sense of community in our church life. But thanks again to Caroline, Epi, Leandra, others who've been involved. So a slightly unstable internet. Let's hope that doesn't give us too many problems. But hopefully you've been able to. Felicia, welcome. Epi, welcome. Hopefully you've been able to keep up to date with our daily dose of encouragement. We've got lots planned for this weekend. This weekend is very special. Today is the 24th of April, but tomorrow, the 25th of April, is a very important date because the 25th of April is, who can tell me, what is special about the 25th of April? Hi, Nora. Hi, Grace. Hi, Emma. Anyone on the live chat want to tell me what is special about the 25th of April? There's a number of things which are special. I'll tell you a few, which aren't the answer, which is not the answer I'm looking for. It's World Malaria Day. That's very important. Oh, Felicia. Felicia, champion answer. Felicia's first there with St. Mark's Day. I'll come back to Felicia's answer in a second because that's really the most important thing. Audley's there. Nice to see you, Audley. Hi, Becca. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you for at least 5 minutes. But tomorrow, 25th of April, is not only St. Mark's Day, it's World Malaria Day, where people are reminded to work against malaria. Hi, Kaz. It's also DNA Day in America. Not sure what that's about. Maybe the idea that we're all special, all individual. In Australia and New Zealand, it's Anzac Day, which is their sort of remembrance day. If you're French, there may be someone from France listening in. It's the anniversary of the day the Marseillaise, the dun 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 dun. That song. That was written in 1792 on the 25th of April. Before I come to St. Mark's Day, there's a joke. Okay, a little warning here. You're meant to laugh at this. There was a film some years ago called Miss Congeniality, and there was a beauty pageant, a beauty contest, and the young women who were in the competition were asked various questions, and one of them asked was, what is for you a perfect date? Now, children, let me just explain. A date means a boyfriend or girlfriend, someone you might go out with for the evening. And so the question was put to her, what makes a perfect date? And the actress, I think it was Sandra Bullock, replied, 25th of April is the perfect date. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. A light jacket will do. Okay, that's a joke about the 25th of April. But the most important thing on the 25th of April is, as Felicia got, it is the day in the church calendar which is kept as St. Mark's Day. Join us tomorrow and Sunday. We'll be particularly thinking about St. Mark, how he inspires us. Hi, Rita, welcome. How he inspires us, what we can learn from him, and how it's a wonderful name to have at the church. And if you're at the primary school as well, it's a wonderful name to have as your primary school. I was going to give you a little quiz on famous marks, but I couldn't really think of very many. Tell me any famous mark that you know, other than St. Mark, of course. Let me give you a chance. Put on the live chat, Mark, somebody famous, somebody well-known that I could have put in my quiz. I think you'll find it's quite difficult. All I could think of was Marks and Spencer. So anyway, if you can think of a few famous marks, put them in on the live chat. I haven't got a prize for you, but who knows, we might declare somebody a winner. Ruth Hodgson said, Holly said school. Yeah, St. Mark, a famous school, 1824. Primary school at the other end of Kennington Oval, just by the Alex Stewart Gate. So any other famous marks? While you're doing that, I have got a little quiz for you on landmarks. Get it? Landmarks? Okay, it's not quite the same as Dingbat. Mark Twain, very good. Mark Zuckerberg, I think he founded Facebook, was it? Mark Ruffalo, actor of Hulk. David says Mark Anthony. Ha, we're really going classy there. Okay, now, Felicia says Bob Marley. Okay, sort of. Okay, don't worry about a thing. Okay, I'm going to show you a little quiz. Mark Butcher, excellent. Surrey cricketer just over the road. Okay, I'm going to show you that, but I'm going to hold it close to the screen. These are all famous landmarks. Okay, and they are initials. So they're all famous landmarks. Get it? Landmarks. Audley Clark says, Mark's brother, clever, Audley, well done. The LT of P is a famous landmark somewhere in the world. The GW of C can be seen from space. It's such a big landmark. The TM in I is a really famous landmark. The SOH in A is another famous landmark somewhere in the world. The LM, something fishy in C, is another famous landmark. And finally, I think the most easy one is SMK, a special place in O. Okay, what are those landmarks? Even if you haven't got all six, you can put the answers on the chat. I'll bring it a little bit nearer. There's the number one, the LT of P. Number two, the GW of C, seen from space. The TM in I, the SOH in A, and the LM in C, and SMK in O. Ruth Hodgson is our first winner. Leaning Tower of Pisa, number one, is correct. Caroline, not quite as quick on the draw as Ruth Hodgson there. Ruth Hodgson, the second one, straight in with Great Wall of China. Ruth is 0 up. Caroline just behind her. Nora Tuck, Great Wall of China. Oh, Caroline's got one. Taj Mahal in India. So it's 2 to Ruth, 1 to Caroline. Nora very good, but unfortunately behind Ruth and Caroline. So 3 have been found. Okay, I'm bringing them a little bit nearer so you can see. Ruth Hodgson was first with 2 on my chat. It may be coming up on your chat at different times. Caroline Lovett gets the equaliser, 2-2. The Sydney Opera House in Australia. That was number 4. Okay, so we're just down to number 5 and number 6. Number 5 I found the most difficult. Number 6 the easiest. The LM, something fishy in C, and then number 6 the SMK, a special place in O. Okay, this is our landmarks quiz. I think we've done number 1, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, number 2, the Great Wall of China, the Taj Mahal in India, the Sydney Opera House in Australia. Anyone like to do number 5 and number 6? The LM, something fishy in C, and SMK, a special place in O. I'm looking at the live chat. I think this has got you stumped. Okay, number 5's tricky, but number 6, Nora Tuck has got number 6. Well done, Granny. St Mark's, Kennington in Oval. What a landmark that is. A special place, a special landmark. Everybody knows it. Caroline, sorry, not quite quick as Granny. Ruth, not quite as quick as Granny. Granny was quick on the draw there. St Mark's, Kennington Oval. Yeah, okay, corrects it to Oval. But on my timeline on the live chat, Nora Tuck, Granny was the winner on that one. So the last one, the LM, oh, did I say little? The LM, something fishy in C. Anybody got that one? The LM, something fishy in C. Okay, I'm going to take it away. The LM, something fishy in C. Okay, that was a tricky one. The L stands for little. There we go. I'm going to give you a clue on that one. Just give you a couple of seconds while I move on to the next thing on my agenda. Ah, well done, Cal. I've got it. Little Mermaid in Copenhagen. Okay, and Emma Camp. Maybe the internet's a bit slow in DRC. Maybe she would have won that one. So Little Mermaid in Copenhagen. Well done. That's our little quiz on marks, landmarks. You'll know that the symbol of St. Mark is a lion. We said this, I think, in episode 1. Sometimes a winged lion. If you're at St. Mark's Primary School, Holly, Freya, you've got a lion on your school uniform. If you go into St. Mark's Church, you'll see several lions around. And so I've got a little quiz now on lions, famous lions. Okay, 5 questions. Again, you can if you haven't got access to the live chat for whatever reason, I think sometimes if you're watching on a phone, you can't necessarily get onto the live chat. Feel free to ring me or text me 07800. I haven't got my little board up, but most of you know my number 07800 836 758. If you ring me or text me, I'll put you into the competition. Otherwise, it is down to the live chat. 5 questions on famous lions. Okay. First question sounds easy. Lonnie, welcome. Lonnie, interestingly, is an anagram of E.N. Lion. Isn't that interesting? Just at the moment we get onto the lion quiz, we get E.N. Lion. Anyway, first question sounds easy, but I want 5 answers. There are 5 words. Okay. Lions, famous lions, the Lion King. In the Lion King, there are 5 lions who play a significant part in the story. What are the 5 names? I want 5 names, not just one, not just the obvious one, but I want 5 names of the main lions in the story of the Lion King. Go. Okay, 5 lions. Okay, well, it's the first one, and then there's the one he marries, there's the mother, the father, there's the bad lion. What are the names of the 5 lions, the 5 main lions in the Lion King that we know about? You might have seen the animated version. You might have seen the one which came out quite recently with real lions in. Here we go. Patience, welcome. Emma says, can't remember the mother. Oh, that's not good enough. Grace, well done. We'll take the first one. Simba. Simba is Swahili for lion. Okay, Caroline is gone for Simba, Scar, Nala. I'm not sure about the spelling of Nala. I don't think there's any R there. Mufasa. But you're missing one, Caroline. Yes, you're missing the mum too. Ha! Not funny. No one remembers the name of the Queen. And the Queen is so important, isn't she? Let's take a moment just to show our respect for the Queen. Your Majesty, if you're watching, we salute you. We are heartened by your words that we will meet again. Thank you. Okay, what's the name of the Queen? It's Mufasa's Queen. Sarabi! Well done, Emma. I knew you could count on you. Sarabi. Excellent. Sarabi is, I think, in Swahili means mirage. Okay, what a lovely name, Sarabi. Okay, so nobody claimed all 5 names, but the answers I was looking for were Nala, Simba, Sarabi, Scar, and Mufasa. Okay, let's go for a simpler question, maybe. There is a sports team called the British and Irish Lions. What sport do the British and Irish Lions play? Okay, straightforward question. I'm looking for a sport. Is it golf? Is it cricket? Is it billiards? Is it tiddlywinks? Is it darts? Is it hockey? What sport do the British and Irish Lions play? Emma from DRC has gone straight in with rugby. Well, that's good, but there are 2 rugbys, aren't there? There's rugby league and rugby union. Okay, and we've got David has got rugby union. First one to get rugby union. Okay, rugby. Yeah, they're all flying in now. The answers are flying in from around the world. The answer I was looking for was rugby union. Okay, moving swiftly on. Number 3. There is a football team called the Lions, and it's a London team. Which London team are known as the Lions? Now, what could that be? They're known as the Lions. They play football. What is the name of the team? It's a London team. A London team known as by their nickname as the Lions. Which team would it be? Okay, the thread has either stopped working or that's a tricky one. Audley Clark, straight in. Audley Clark. Millwall is the right answer. Now, don't be misled by the fact there is a lion on my shirt, which isn't a Millwall shirt. But there is a lion on the Chelsea shirt, but they're not known as the Lions. They're known as the Blues. But Millwall are known as the Lions. And of course, their stadium is the Den. That's where lions live, isn't it? Okay. So we've had a question on Lion King, British and Irish Lions, rugby, Millwall. 2 more questions. Okay, this is an interesting one. Patience says, Crystal Palace. Sorry, Patience, it's Millwall. Not far from here, up in sort of Bermondsey way, isn't it? They've got a song. nobody likes us, we don't care. Anyway, we won't go down there. Let's go to the world of cinema, films. There is a filmmaking organization called MGM. I think it stands for Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Probably you've all seen a film which starts with a lion roaring, and it's the start of any film made by MGM since 1957. The lion which roars at the beginning of every MGM film. What is the name of that lion? It's a real lion with a real name, and it roars at the beginning of MGM film. Probably you've all seen it, and you thought, I never thought to ask the lion its name. What is its name? Anybody? Sort of name you could guess actually for lion. What is the name of the lion at the beginning of every MGM film? It roars, and I can tell you, it's the name of somebody in our church, and it's the sort of name you might think a lion could be called. So there we go. Excellent. Vargas thread, Tim, Leo, well done. Vargas thread, is that? Yeah, I think that's Tim Hodson. Leo, well done. Yes, Grace, they're all flying in now. Oh, Christopher Idle, welcome. Simba, that was that was the Lion King. Okay, final question. Final question. Nice and easy one to finish up with. There is a classic book, one of my favourite books of all time. I've got it here somewhere. It's called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. What is the name of the lion? For a bonus point, you can give me the name of the witch, and you can give me the name of the wardrobe. Okay, no, there's no name of the wardrobe, and the witch is just the White Witch. What is the name of the lion in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? And Joshua stayed in with Aslan, and he says Aslan. A lot of people say Aslan. Aslan is the answer. Probably some of you know that book. And well done, Tim. Aslan. Oh, Caroline says the witch is called Jardis. Okay. I'll take her word for that. Okay, I think she's right, actually. Epi says Jardis is the witch. Okay, excellent. Bonus points there. Hey, okay, if you're so clever, what's the name of the wardrobe? So, Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is an amazing book. As I was doing this quiz, I was thinking to myself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to those of you who are parents with children, why don't you sit down during this lockdown and every evening read a chapter of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe to your children? I was going to recommend it and say, good thing to do. And then I thought, do you know, I would like to give you a help with your parenting. Maybe a bit presumptuous of me, but as from Monday at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be reading live chapter 1, and then the next day, chapter 2. I'm going to read a chapter of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe here on our YouTube channel live. So you can join me live at 5 o'clock. It'll be about 10, 12, 15 minutes max each evening from Monday through for the next 17 days. I think there's 17 chapters. Join me. There was an old program we used to have when I was a child called Jack and Ori, and there would be someone who just read a story each day. And I'm going to be reading The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe Monday at 5 o'clock. If 5 o'clock doesn't suit you, fine, you can catch it any time after 5 o'clock. But if you want to be together with me, reading it together, we're going to read it 5 o'clock Monday evening each day. And parents, that could be the time you book in to have a cup of tea after you've done your homeschooling and all that business, while you're putting the kettle on, while you're making your dinner. Join me 5 o'clock. Even if you know the story, it's a great story. You can hear it again and again. So Monday, 5 o'clock. I've got some various little quips coming on the live chat. Will I do different voices? You'll have to tune in to see. Yes, you will. Epi says all parenting help always appreciated. Yep, Epi, John, you need no, you need no help. Susanna, what a star she is. Can you read it in a wardrobe? Okay. Amelie says yay. Okay. Chris says Jardis on the White Witch. I think you're all okay. So tune in Monday for the next 17 nights. You will find me reading a chapter a night of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay. It is time for us to think about another lockdown snack. I had a lot of good feedback, literally a bit of a pun there, but a lot of good feedback last week to my making a pancake. And over here, I was sent a photograph of somebody who on Saturday morning is enjoying a pancake. absolutely extraordinary. It's a family which never had a pancake before, and there they are. Look at that, absolutely well nourished. Okay, that was Susanna having a pancake, and over in Collier's Wood, Kaz Evans sent me in a picture of her pancake, and that is pretty good. That is pretty good. What lovely texture. I mean, it is just fantastic. I can't tell you how pleased I was that so many of you were able to learn and take up that challenge of making pancakes. One or two people said to me, you made a chocolate pancake, now all my children only want to eat chocolate pancakes. Don't forget, you can have savoury pancakes, mushrooms, or just some lemon, a little bit of sugar, not too much. You can put anything on a pancake. Now, last week I said I was a veteran of pancake making. I've made them on campsites around the world. I must have made hundreds, literally, maybe thousands, maybe even thousands of pancakes. But today I want to share with you something which I've only just discovered is really easy to make. Now, let's talk again about food. One of the things I occasionally like to do in normal circumstances is to go out for a good curry. I don't know if you like Indian food. There's a lot of curry houses around here. My favourite one, quick shout out, is Hot Stuff. Hot Stuff is behind the Tate Library and the Wandsworth Road. If they're listening, that's got to be good for a free curry next time. Next time they're open. There's some more illustrious, expensive ones around here. Hot Stuff is the place to be. Now, one of the things I love about a good curry, along with your chicken biryani, your lamb rogan josh, and all that sort of thing, is a good bit of naan bread. Naan bread. I only discovered very recently, since this lockdown has happened, how easy it is to make naan bread. You know, sometimes you think bread is going to be really difficult. You've got to get yeast, you leave it in the warm, you've got to leave it in the cold, you've got to knead it. I need thee every hour, you sing. And it can be quite a challenge. But naan bread is the simplest thing in the world. Let me show you. Okay, there's just two main ingredients for naan bread. You take a bowl. I'm going to just come over here a little bit. And you take some self-raising flour. Okay, here's the self-raising flour. And you take a cup to measure. Okay, I'm just going to pull this down a little bit so you can see. You may lose me, but hopefully you'll see my cooking table. There's a cup. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a spoonful of flour, one spoonful. There we go. There we go. Another one. Okay. I don't know how many spoonfuls it is, but it's basically a cupful. Doesn't matter what size cup you use, as long as it's the same one for the next bit. Okay, so there is our flour. You take a bowl, you put it in the bowl. Couldn't be easier. Ooh, dust everywhere. Okay, what is the other ingredient for naan bread apart from self-raising flour? It is, of course, yogurt. Yes, some yogurt. Okay, any yogurt, preferably not a flavoured one, like strawberry yogurt. Just nice spoon. Isn't that extraordinary? You have a spoon for a second, you put it down, somebody takes it. What have I done with the spoon? How extraordinary. I could have sworn I had a spoon here just now. Wait. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second. Who can see the spoon? Oh, I know, I left it in the flour. Thank you. Whew. Nervous moment there. Okay, right. Okay, now, how many cups of flour? 1 cup of flour. Now, with the yogurt, I've got some Greek yogurt here, preferably fat-free, but this one's not fat-free, never mind. Okay, with the yogurt, I'm putting it in this bowl and measure it out. And basically, I want 3/4 of a cup. So if you use a bigger mug, as long as your proportions are the same, 3/4 of a cup of yogurt, chuck it in there. There we go. Now, can you see that? There's the yogurt and the flour, and you just simply mix it up. Okay, I'm going to stir it while I talk to you. Okay, I'm just stirring it in, and it becomes a sort of doughy thing. If it's a bit too wet, you put in a bit more flour. If it's a bit too dry, you put in a bit more yogurt. But this is all there is to it. Okay, none of this yeast business of making it hot and cold and that sort of thing. It's just so simple. Some people do this with a food mixer, but that's really lazy, isn't it? You know, what's the hurry? Here we go. Now, there's our dough. Okay, now this one, You'll be glad to know I've washed my hands. I've used the sanitizing gel and all that sort of thing over there. And then I'm going to put my hand in now. Okay, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to do, there is a little bit of kneading to be done, but it's just really a matter of binding it together. Okay, all it is, you saw, it's all I did was flour and yogurt, and this is going to be naan bread. While I'm doing this, let me just, you may be thinking, what's this got to do with St. Mark? Well, one of the things we know about St. Mark, and we'll be thinking about this on Saturday and Sunday particularly, is that the first Christian church started in the house of Mark's mother. That's where the Christians met. They met in the house of Mark's mother. That's what we're told. So Mark really had the church in his home. He had the whole household there. And probably amongst the household would have been his nan. She probably would have been there. I'm just going to put a little bit more flour in here just to dry it out a little bit. So maybe that's just to whet your appetite, not for naan bread, but for Sunday's service, when we're going to think about Mark's household, Mark's mother, Mark's family, Mark's household, Mark's nan. And so maybe she brought the bread in and said, there's nan's bread. So anyway, here is our dough. What we'll do now is have a little bit of flour on your table. Okay, I'll just adjust the hammer so you can see. You see the flour there? And then you take the dough. Okay, I've kneaded it nicely together. All it is flour and what? Yogurt. We put it there. Now, some people go to great expense and they get a rolling pin. I think we've got one in the kitchen, but it doesn't need to be a rolling pin, even something like a glass. Actually, what we do here is we've got a bit too much. Let's just take a little bit. Okay, let's put that there. You can break it into about 4 or 5 little balls. Okay, and this one's a bit sticky. Ooh. Like I say, I'm a novice on this. I'm a veteran pancake maker, but a novice naan bread maker. But there we go. We've got a little ball. Can you see that? Put it there. Okay, you can do this with a rolling pin, but equally just a bottle, bit of glass. Roll it like that until you get there. This is going to be to demonstrate. Okay, let's get rid of that bowl. Okay, now come with me if you would. Let's see if we can get a bit more light over here. Maybe that's too shiny. Okay, over here. Today I've managed to get my cook on a bit sooner, so it's nice and warm. And all we do, a bit like the pancake, is we put a little bit of oil in. Okay. I said there was only 2 ingredients. Of course, you need a little bit of oil, and we put that there. And here we go. Here's our naan bread. Put it in there, and doesn't take long. Now, this is a plain naan bread, but you could. What do you like on your naan bread? Anyone like anything other than a plain one? What would you have if you were at Hot Stuff? Anyone got any special flavour of naan bread? Hi, Belinda. Well, thank you. Everyone's saying I left the spoon in the flour. Very good. Leandra's saying the ham and cheese pancake was her favourite. Okay. What sort of naan bread would you like? Okay, someone is saying garlic. Okay. I've got some garlic. Now, packing it in, if you just get a little bit of oil, okay, put a little bit of oil in, because you need something like to sort of glue it. I've got a little paintbrush here, so I'm just going to put a little bit on the top there. There we go. And then I've got some garlic already cut up here. Okay, let's put that in there. The other thing some people like is a bit of coriander. Okay, some people would say, no, just some salt. The best thing to use, a little bit of this sea salt. Okay, put a little bit of that on. And of course, you can always have some pepper. But they are equally good, completely plain. Okay, so I'll just turn that one over. Just give it a minute maybe on either side. And they are absolutely delicious. When you go to a curry house, you can get naan bread as big as duvets, huge ones. Grace is saying parsley. Patience is saying, yeah, a little bit of garlic too. Epi wants nigella seeds. Yum, yum. And Rita says some herbs. Okay. Tim says meat mince. Okay. Oh, thing is, here is my naan bread. Look at that. Okay, I didn't bring a plate today, but let's put it on here. Now, let me just show you how good this looks. Look at that. From start to finish. That's too bright. Let's turn that off. There. Oh, that's it. I think there we go. Can you see that? There we go. Oh, oil all over the laptop. But it is absolutely fantastic. Oh, very hot. But that is, from start to finish, at home with the vicar, a piece of naan bread. So easy, just 2 ingredients, self-raising flour and a bit of yogurt, fried in. I tell you, the smell of this, that is superb. That is absolutely superb. And what I've got here is some mango chutney. I think I'm going to treat myself to a little bit of mango chutney. There we go. I like a bit of lime pickle. I think we're out of lime pickle at the moment, but can you see a bit of mango chutney on the naan bread? This is what Mark would have been eating in Mark's mother's house. Nan would have said, "Here's the bread," and he would have said, "Thank you, Nan." There we go. Can you see? Is that not a perfect looking bit of naan bread? My only criticism is it's a bit small. When I go to hot stuff, I want one a bit bigger. But I could make them a bit bigger. But I thought I'll play safe today. It is marvellous. When this lockdown is over, come round for some pancakes and naan bread here at the vicarage along with our barbecue. Let me check the live chat. The elder said that looks easy. It was easy. Patience says, let's make a korma to go with it. And Kaz says, so easy, I will try some. I can't tell you how easy they are. I just am so enjoying. Oh, marvellous, a bit of garlic. Absolutely superb. There you go. Naan bread. You go to a curry house and they charge you a lot of money for those. You can do it here, even tonight. Send me in your pictures of naan bread. Send me your naan bread. And if you send them in, I'll put them up on our wall in our studio here, just as we did with the pancakes. Okay, where am I going next? Okay. Now, in the last couple of weeks, I've invited people to ring up to say hi to people, but I haven't had much success. So I had in mind a few people I might just call from the church. I'm not going to call anyone who's signed in because you know we're there. But let me just see if there's somebody I can think of who would be a good sport. And we'll ask them a question. And if they get the answer right, we will give them a prize. And if they don't right, we'll give them a forfeit. I'm going to ring somebody. I won't tell you his name yet. Let me just see if he's there. And then if he's agreeable, I'll put him on loudspeaker. Let's see if he's there. He's not answering. I'll tell you what I'm ringing Michael. I can't see Michael having signed in. And he's not answering. Okay, that's a bit of a disappointment. Okay, let me see. Who else might I ring who's not here, but might be a good sport to... let me just see. I know who we'll ring. Let's ring one of our... I don't think he's signed in, so I think we'll try Sebastian, shall we? Let's see if Sebastian's at home. Okay, so we'll just surprise him with a phone call. This is the risk of live television, of course, just to see if people are there or not. Let's just give me a second while I eat my naan bread. Mango chutney is great. No, I don't think this is... No, he's not there either. Okay, well, that didn't work. Never mind. I was going to surprise people. Maybe they know. But... no, answer phone. Okay, neither of them are taking our calls. If you want to ring up and give a greeting to everybody... Oh, wait a minute. One of them's rung back. Hi there. Michael, how are you? Oh, sorry. Okay. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. I was just going to ask you to do something, but if you're not feeling too good, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. All right. Okay. Well, I'm broadcasting on our YouTube studio at the moment, and I wondered whether you wanted to send, if I put you on loudspeaker, if you want to send a greeting to the whole church. Okay, he's feeling well enough for this. I'll give you a big build up. Hold a second, Michael. Okay, everybody, I've got Michael Jailor on the phone, and Michael, I'm going to put him on loudspeaker. Michael, you are live on At Home with the Vicar. Would you like to give a greeting to the whole church? Take it away. Yes, indeed, I would.
time, but we thank the Lord that the joy of the Lord is our strength. I miss you all dearly. I miss you all sincerely. But we know that we're going to get over this. Let's know that Jesus Christ is bigger than coronavirus. And our God reigneth, let the enemy tremble. So as we link up with the YouTube, I will continue to be blessed by what Stephen Effie is doing and everybody else that contributes. But I must say, keep the faith. This is the time that we really want to really seek and serve God with all that we've got. Bigger than this, bigger than this. God bless you all. Love you all. Have a blessed weekend and make sure that Jesus is Lord.
Okay, Michael, that's brilliant. Don't go. On the live show, there's a little live chat, and people are saying they miss you, Michael. Leander says, miss you, Michael. Eppie's saying, thanks, Michael. I'm going to put you on the spot. We've been talking about various things today. I want to ask you a question. It's like a quiz competition. Okay, if you get this answer right, we are going to give you a big prize when lockdown is over. If you get it wrong, we will get you to pay a forfeit. Okay, are you ready for this? Okay, Michael, what day of the year, what date of the year is St. Mark's Day? Okay, I'm going to give you a multiple choice. Okay, I think that's fair. Okay, Felicia says hugs to Michael. Kaz says hi, Michael. They're all writing up on the live chat. Okay, I'm going to give you a choice. Okay, is it the 25th? I'll tell you, it's the 25th of something. Is it the 25th of December? Is it the 25th of April or the 25th of August? Which one are you going for? 25th of December? Is that St. Mark's Day? 25th of April or the 25th of August?
I'll go for 25th of April.
25th of April. Is that your final answer? Michael Jayola? You are right! Yes, you have won the prize. 25th of April is right. It's tomorrow, Michael. It's tomorrow, St. Mark's Day tomorrow. Well done. Well done, Michael. That's brilliant. Yeah, you will get your prize. First Sunday after lockdown, come to the front of the church and people will be queuing up to shake you up. Oh, I don't know if we'll be able to shake hands by then. They'll be queuing up 2 meters away to wave at you, and I'll put your prize on a long stick and give it to you. Michael, God bless you. I'm going to ring off now. Thanks very much for being such a good sport. Yes, thanks, bye. Okay, but he got there in the end. Isn't that marvellous? He knew the date straight off, 25th of April. Well done, Michael. He's in for a big prize. Okay, we're going to wind things up shortly. I want to end on a slightly more serious note. Amongst those who knew immediately what day it was, Mark's Day. Oh, sorry, a bit of echo there. There's a member of our church who emailed me this morning. Chris Idle. Some of you may not know him. He's more of an evening service man. He writes hymns. And he said how excited he is about St. Mark's Day because he has so many connections over his 81 years of life with St. Mark. He says, I was brought up at St. Mark's, Bromley. I was baptized, went to Sunday school in St. Mark's, Bromley. I met my first girlfriend at St. Mark's, Biggin Hill. Now, Chris doesn't give us the name, doesn't tell us what she looked like, but they met in the choir. That's one of the reasons we don't have choirs now. No, it's great. St. Mark's, Biggin Hill. His first curacy, he was ordained as a curate, was at St. Mark's, Barrow in Furness. And one of his children got married at St. Mark's in Oldford in East London. And now he is a member of St. Mark's, Kennington. What a lovely story. What a lovely connection he has with St. Mark. And we're delighted that Chris has noted all those associations with St. Mark. Now, Chris, as well as being a retired vicar, is a hymn writer. And he wrote a hymn about St. Mark. So I want to read you not St. Mark, St. Mark. What is St. Mark most famous for? A writer of the Gospels of Jesus. And this is what Chris says about St. Mark in his hymn. I'm not going to sing it. Mark, who penned his master's life, his mighty works and urgent words, a gospel man from first to last, he showed the glory is the Lord's. He goes on, a couple of verses on. His pages of Mark's Gospel, bring us face to face with one who serves and pays the price, the Son of Man, the Son of God, a pattern and a sacrifice. And the hymn ends with a prayer. God grant us, as we read his book, the opened eye, the listening ear, till sun grows dark and stars shall fall, and world shall see the Lord appear. That's Chris Idle's hymn about St. Mark. What a great note to end on. We'll be thinking more about St. Mark in our YouTube offering tomorrow morning. And of course, that will be one of the big themes of our Sunday morning service. It's been great having you with us this afternoon. I see on the live chat, it's Tim Hodson's birthday. Happy birthday, Tim. Have a good evening. I think probably tonight, stay in rather than go out for the birthday. Stay in. It'd be nice to have a good home party tonight. Maybe get the people in your house to make you some naan bread. Dead easy to make. If you missed it, just go back, rewind, and you'll get the whole recipe. But it's been great to have you all here. Sunday, as I say, our theme will be St. Mark. We'll be thinking about church in the home, which is what we're all having to do, and it's what Mark did, along with his mum and his nan. Monday, there will be a daily dose of encouragement each morning, and as I say, 5 o'clock live, I'll be reading chapter 1 of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and that will be something following on for the 17 days until we finish the book. Do I pray for you all? Father, it's good to have this sense of being in touch with each other through this program. Thank you also for the chance to be in touch with Michael. Pray your blessing upon him. And just thank you, Lord God, for your goodness. Encourage each one of us in the different struggles and challenges that each one of us may be going through. Be with those we love, particularly those who we would love to see, but maybe are separated from for this time. Help us to persevere in your promises. And as the community of St. Mark, may we rejoice, as Mark did, to follow Jesus and to make him known in our community. Amen. Well, I wish you a very happy St. Mark's Day tomorrow, and I look forward to being with you on Sunday. The Sunday service goes up exactly at 10:30, and when we have a live service, or when it's put out at a particular time, you have the opportunity to do exactly what we've been doing, to talk to one another on the live chat. So thank you for joining me at home with the Vicar. I'm going to clear up. I'm going to have a couple more naan breads. If you don't know what you're having for dinner tonight, it's a toss-up, isn't it, between chocolate pancake or naan bread with mango chutney, or even a bit of garlic, even just plain. They're great. It's been great. See you again. We'll be at home with the Vicar again, 5 o'clock. Let me know if you make the naan bread. Send in a picture, and let me know if you think there's something you could challenge me to make within the confines and limitations of this studio. God bless you. This is the Vicar signing out of another episode of AHWTV. AHWTV, that's what we are. Thank you and good night.